Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all North and South Carolina students, sponsored by the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers and StriveScan. Thank you so much for joining us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type in your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many sessions offered through CACRAO and StriveScan, so be sure to check out the full schedule at CACRAO.org. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website of CACRAO.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join the HBCU Experience Informational. We're so happy to be here with you all. Today, you guys will be joined by our staff, admissions counselors coming from our respective institutions, and we will be presenting information on history, campus culture, and our admissions process per our respective institutions. So again, we understand that these are challenging times, especially during the pandemic. So thank you for taking the time to come out and learn about our respective institutions today. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this to my colleague, Ms. Parramore.
Thank you, Nakia. My name is Brittany Parramore. I am one of the admissions counselors here at Johnson C. Smith University. I am going to talk briefly about Johnson C. Smith. Keys, you can go ahead and share your screen. Johnson C. Smith University is a small private HBCU in the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina. We have about 1,500 students on campus. Classroom size is 12-to-1 student-teacher ratio. We do not have in-state or out-of-state tuition. Tuition for all students is roughly about $27,000 a year, and that does include room and board and meal plan. For fall 2020, we did opt to have a remote-only semester for our students, but for spring 21 and for fall 21, we are expected to have students on campus. We have just finished our election, so we've just crowned our 94th Ms. Johnson C. Smith University, Ms. Ashley Bellinger, so she is also very excited to welcome new students onto campus come spring 21. For our students who are interested in being admitted into Johnson C. Smith, just a few things for our basic admissions requirements. You have to have at least a minimum GPA of a 2.5 cumulative GPA, a 17 on your ACT or 800 on your SAT. If you were not able to take your ACT or SAT due to COVID-19, we are test optional for those students who were unable to take it due to COVID-19. However, if you did have the opportunity to take either your ACT or SAT, you will have to submit those in order for us to make a decision on your application. We also have two programs for our Biddle and SITLUX students. Our Biddle Scholars Program and our SITLUX Scholars Program are for students who do not meet those minimum requirements of a 2.5, a 17, and an 800. There are still opportunities for you as well. And if you would email me, our emails are all at the slide. I can give you more detail about those programs as well. All students are eligible to study abroad due to the fact that all first-time students receive a free passport as well as a free iPad. So students that are doing remote learning for fall 2020, those freshmen were still able to receive their free passport, and they'll get their their iPad this semester and get their passport spring semester. There is a question on whether or not we have a social work major. That is one of our top 3 majors, and we also have a Master of Social Work program. So if you wanted to go through the program and get your MSW as well as your BSW, you could do so in a 5-year time frame. It is an accelerated course. So you also have to have a 3.0 cumulative weighted GPA as you graduate in order to be admitted into that MSW accelerated program. But if not, it is a traditional 2-year program, but we do have the option to do an accelerated 1-year program in order for you to get your MSW and your BSW in 5 years. We also have a foster care initiative for students who are maybe in foster care or are facing homelessness. Ms. Pat Newell is over that program. She's able to give you the resources and the tools to help you with your fees, your freshman fees, getting your housing situated, making sure you have things for your dorm and things of that nature as well. Johnson C. Smith University was the first HBCU to accept undocumented students. We still take undocumented students as well. This is just a snapshot of more information about JCSU. We also have all 9 of the Black Greek letter organizations. We're Division II CIAA. We have over 60 different groups and organizations on campus for you to be able to do that as well. We also are excited to welcome our new major, e-gaming. Is a minor. So students who are interested in gaming, learning more about esports and things of that nature, we also have that minor. We're the first HBCU to do that as well. So I am now going to allow Ms. Bradford to go ahead and take over so she can tell you more about North Carolina A&T University.
Thank you so much, Brittany. Again, my name is Nakia Bradford, everyone. I serve as the Senior Assistant Director here at the wonderful North Carolina A&T State University. We are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is considered the 3rd largest city in the state. So we are part of the Piedmont Triad and not far from major cities such as Charlotte and Raleigh, North Carolina. We're about an hour away. Some quick facts about us. We are considered the largest HBCU in the nation, and this is for 7 consecutive years in a row. So this year we have just over 12,700 students, and amongst that population, most of the students are undergraduate. So shout out to our undergraduate students as well as our graduate students. So if you're looking to attain a master's or a doctoral degree, A&T definitely has those opportunities for you all. So although we are considered a medium-sized institution, again, just over 12,700 students, we still provide that intimate classroom structure in which you will know your professors will know you, so you don't have to worry about that one-on-one interaction. And with our student-to-teacher ratio being 28:1, you will also not have an issue knowing your counterparts, studying in groups. I know when I was in college, I loved taking advantage of my professor's office hours and relying on my classmates as we study together, use group chats, things of that nature. And in addition to the libraries here at A&T, we also have our own meditation labs within our student center that you all are able to take advantage of. So again, intimate classroom structure, medium-sized institution, and we are considered a doctoral research institution. So what does that mean? Our Carnegie Research Classification is actually R2. So that means there's a lot of research activity going on. We're able to graduate individuals within the doctoral level who has conducted research. And some examples of what our Aggies are researching would include artificial intelligence, biotransport tissue. We are even trying to minimize traffic with our land vehicles. So we are looking to create our own air taxis to mitigate those traffic issues. We are a Division I institution, NCAA Division I institution, currently competing in the MEAC conference before we move to the Big South. So we are definitely an athletic powerhouse. We have football, track and field, cross country, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, golf, and even bowling. So if I have any students out there looking to attain those Division I athletic scholarships, definitely visit our athletic webpage, select the sport that you're interested in, and click more, and that will get you to our recruitment form so that our coaches can track your interests. In 2019, we earned a few accolades. So we are regarded as the nation's #1 public HBCU. So there are about 107 HBCUs in the nation. And again, for those of you who may not know, this stands for Historical Black College or University, right? So to be regarded as #1 publicly, we are definitely proud of this accolade. We're ranked 3rd in research funding within the UNC system, and not only that, we're still considered one of the most affordable institutions in the state as well. This past year, our top majors would include biology, nursing, and our students are able to pass their NCLEX licensure exam their first time, 97% of the time. And once they're licensed, our nurses become 100% of them are gainfully employed within less than 6 months. Psychology, management, mechanical engineering, we are the #1 producer in African Americans becoming engineers in the nation. And it also offers an aerospace option as we have a wonderful partnership with NASA. And lastly, criminal justice. Our Aggies are able to receive career development within the FBI as well as the CIA. So if you're interested in becoming an Aggie, we look for our students to be competitive with our current average, which is a weighted GPA of a 3.6, and make sure that you're meeting our minimum course requirements, which would include 4 units of English, 4 units of mathematics, 3 units of natural sciences, 2 units of social sciences, which would include a U.S. history or American history, and making sure that you're taking 2 units of foreign language. And we want to see you progress within the same foreign language, so Spanish 1 to Spanish 2, and making sure that you complete your application, which is found on our main webpage, ncat.edu, and we're also found on the Common app. We do have a $60 application fee, and we do accept fee waivers, so you want to be sure that you're submitting either your fee waiver or your application fee as we do look for this as we look for this item to complete your application so that you can receive your decision. We also are encouraging for students to also attach their senior course schedule so that we can verify that you're meeting our minimum course requirements. We are test optional this year, so that means we do not require a standardized test score in order to render an admissions decision for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and stop myself here. And if you all need anything additional, please feel free to contact us Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are here to assist.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my future Rams and those that are just solely interested. Thank you all for being here tonight with the HBCU experience. As far as Winston-Salem State, we were established in 1892. Our enrollment, which includes our doctoral programs as well as our graduate program students, 5,124, that is the number for 2020. As far as our student and faculty ratio, we are a medium-sized school, as I like to describe us. So our students' faculty ratio is about 16:1. So again, you can also experience that intimate one-on-one interaction with your professors. Sometimes they also are your actual tutors. So to get that hands-on experience with their professors is an opportunity you can have at WSSU. Our motto here is enter to learn and depart to serve. So we will ensure that we nurture you all 4 years that you're here and even afterwards. As long as you continue to network and take full advantage of the 4 years on our campus, we can ensure that you will have a job placement. We are #1 in job placement in the state of North Carolina, so we take full pride in that with our Student Success Center and Career Services. As far as the admission requirements for us this year, as North Carolina A&T has stated, we are going to waive the test scores. So they are optional. If you would still like to submit those, we'll be more than happy to look at them. As far as the GPA, we're looking for at minimum a 2.8. And as well as that, if you do not fall within the 2.8 GPA profile, we are looking for you to be at least the top 35th percentile within your class. And that is not to be confused with the class rank. In regards to some of the top majors that we have at WSSU as far as our offerings, we have 40 plus degrees that we offer total. 9 of those happen to be master programs, which includes such as nursing. And if we have doctoral programs, we have 2 doctoral programs, which are also professional nursing as well as physical therapy. So as exercise science is something that, or physical therapy is something that you're interested in, exercise science would be the program of choice in your undergraduate 4-year programs. So as far as those top majors, again, that is nursing. We are known for our nursing program, which is a 2-part application process. You will not be able to apply unless you have the credentials until your sophomore year. So as soon as you hit our campus, if nursing is something that you're highly interested in, hit the ground running is all I can say.
As far as accounting, that also falls under business administration. So we're known for those two as well as education, which is what our institution was founded on. So we take pride in our education majors, as well as all of our majors, but even more so with education. We do have a daycare on site. So if you're looking for that in-person and hands-on experience, we can offer that to you as well. Also biology, which comes with two different tracks. We have pre-med as an option. We also have pre-dental. So if that's something that you're looking for, I know one of our recent graduates from our pre-dental track was able to get an internship in Chicago immediately after their graduation. So if you're looking to continue your education or looking for job placement or just looking for an internship, we can offer all of those services within our institution. As far as, again, the exercise science, we do have an accelerated track for those who are interested in our physical therapy program. If you're looking to go into the doctoral degree immediately afterwards, we can offer that to you for you as well. With student engagement, we have 100+ clubs, and out of those 100, let's say we do not have the one you're looking for, if you can reach about 5 of your peers, 3 to 5 of your peers, you can actually join and create your own club if that's something that you're interested in. And we would be more than happy for you to include us in on that as far as with the university. We do house 16 actual Greek life organizations, but as far as the sororities and fraternities, we do house the Divine Nine as well. So if you're interested in also under a student engagement, student government association, this is an opportunity for you to stay fully engaged on campus and also act as a representative for our institution as we continue to go through our conferences such as the CIAA. So that brings me to athletics. We are Division II. We have volleyball, basketball, football, cheerleading, which is co-ed, as well as cross country, which is co-ed. Our track team is actually for women only. We also have golf and softball. So if you're interested in any of those sports, please contact us and I will be more than happy to give you the prospect card so that you can go ahead and fill that out with your interest towards any sport that you're interested in. Just to go over a couple other things, as far as the application deadline, we need you to apply no later than June 1st. As far as having all of your documents submitted, we need those by June 15th. So please write down these dates if you are highly interested in applying to WSSU. Again, we also are participating in the free application week, which are 2 weeks this year. So from October 19th to October 30th. If you're interested, please apply. The sooner the better. That would give you an opportunity to complete your full application process and find out what award letters, what we can award you as far as financial aid wise. Also, FAFSA is open, so I do highly encourage you all to go ahead and fill out your FAFSA form. And one thing that has not been mentioned yet is your NC residency. So that's another thing that you want to keep in mind when it comes to this application process. Go ahead and get your North Carolina residency number, certification number, and provide that to all of your applications that you apply within North Carolina so we can ensure that you are counted as an in-state student. Along with WSSU, we are known for our music business major as well. So I know a lot of people are looking to do a lot of things in producing. So if that's something that interests you, we can also offer that as well. And so I guess I'll just pass this on to our next presenter. And thank you so much for your time. I look forward to speaking with you all as we continue.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am Casey Jones, the Assistant Director of Admissions at Fayetteville State, also a proud alumna. So here at Fayetteville State, we are the first public HBCU in the state of North Carolina. We were founded in 1867 by 7 African-American men with less than $136 in their pocket. We are a mid-sized university, so altogether our enrollment is over 6,000, but we offer that smaller classroom setting. So 17:1 is our average ratio for classes, but we put a cap at 25. We're very big on your name and not a number at our institution. So those intimate classes, the free tutoring options, the SIs, which are supplemental instructors or student tutors, those are available within our academic programs. We do offer 33 undergraduate degree programs. So our most popular, of course, nursing. We are nationally ranked for our program, and we also offer the only Master of Science of Nursing in a specialty in the North Carolina area. So that's one of our new programs that added to the 17 master's degrees that we offer. We have the highest accreditation for our business program, the AACSB. So we offer a 5-year MBA track. So once you finish your undergraduate degree, you can go on into your MBA and graduate in 1 year with those 2 degrees. We were founded on education. So our doctoral degree is educational leadership. And one of our best kept secrets is our forensic science program. So we are accredited by the FEPAC accreditation, and we're the only school in North Carolina that has that accreditation. So if you guys are interested, I know I love CSI, but I'm not good at science. So if you're interested in things of that nature, the FBI, the CIA route, definitely look into our forensic science program. Very hands-on, and you get that great career once you graduate. Once you graduate. The average GPA for our incoming freshmen this past fall was a 3.27, but we'll admit anybody above or below that. Since we are part of the UNC system, the minimum requirement is a 2.5. We have waived the test score option. So for the 2021 academic year, that's spring, summer, and fall, you are not required to turn in test scores due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We have 11 Division II CIAA sports, and last year was the year of the women. So all of our women's sports won the CI championship. So shout out to all of our women on this call. You guys are interested in basketball, volleyball, softball. You guys are interested in track and field, cross country. Our men's football and basketball teams, they went all the way to the championships and got the Southern Division champions for football 3 years in a row now. So if you guys are interested in athletics, or you're just a sports fanatic like me who wants to be on the sideline jumping around screaming because we're so excited about the wins that we get, we have that available for you as well. So in order to apply to our university, it's very, very simple. We do have one application, and then we will need your official high school transcript. So we're looking for the same courses, the English, math, science, the social studies and history, and then those 2 years of the same foreign language. One of the biggest things that I cannot stress enough about my institution is scholarships. We do accept external scholarships. Some of the scholarships we have listed here are very competitive, but they are full rides as well. So Dr. Valeria Fleming is a STEM and nursing scholarship. It will cover all of your 4 years as long as you are a STEM or nursing major. If you are an early college student for North Carolina, we have the debt-free degree. So that is 2 years to finish out those last 2 years of your degree. The Hackley Global Scholars, that's for our honors program. So if you're interested in our honors program or would like to apply for those, all of our scholarships look at a 3.5 GPA and higher. So definitely send in your transcript as soon as you possibly can. And merit-based scholarships. Those are given by my director, my boss, Miss Ulisa E. Bowles. So you do not have to apply for this scholarship. We give it to you because we see the rigor on your transcript. We see those courses, those grades, your personal statement. It is optional to turn in your personal statement, very similar to other institutions. When it says optional, my personal suggestion is to do it. Give us every opportunity to see what type of well-rounded student you are. If you're involved in school, if you work off of campus, if you help with your family. I know a lot of students, they think that helping raise their little sibling because they're from a single parent household, that is a big deal, and we want to hear about that. So we want to see that reflected in a personal statement or an essay that you write into the admissions office. So again, we do participate in the free college application week, and we call ours True Blue Week. So it's October 19th to the 23rd for True Blue, and that next week for Free College Application Week. So we do waive our application fees during that time, and we accept fee waivers as well. So if you are an early college student, if there's any students that are on this call that are early college students in North Carolina, you have the option to apply as a freshman or a transfer student. So what that means is that you have 2 sets of requirements as a freshman and transfer. But if you apply as a freshman, you'll be able to get screened through all of our scholarship opportunities. So for my early college students, mark freshman because you guys will still be a first-time freshman with college credits. When it comes to the student involvement, this is my favorite part when I was a student at Fayetteville State. We have over 120 organizations on campus. Some of our most popular: student government, student activities, the Manga and Anime Club, the Green Team, the Bronco Ambassadors, our NCNW. We have our social work program on campus. We have academic organizations. That way you get that community service. We are a partner for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, so the Leadership Institute in Washington, D.C. That is only for HBCU. So everyone on this call is able to participate in that, and it's a great opportunity. So other than that, we do have a great mid-sized campus. So from one side to the other is about a 10 to 12-minute walk. So I know if it's the summertime, you know, you don't want to get too hot. So you're not going to be outside under the sun for too long. And if it's raining, if you don't like rain like me, you want to be able to get to your dorm, get to class, get to the caf, and not get drenched in the rain. So that's one of the things that I love the most about our campus. We're big enough, but we're not too big. So you still get that intimate feeling, but you're not going to see the same faces every single time you leave your dorm. So that's one of the most important things, is that diversity piece as well. We are one of the most diverse HBCUs in the nation. We are about 15 minutes from Fort Bragg, which is the Army Air Force Base. So we do have a lot of military students, military dependents. So if you do have your parent, guardian, or even if you are in the military, we do have the VA service as well, which is directly across the street in Bronco Square. So we can handle that, any military benefits that you have. If you guys have any questions, I do run our social media pages. So FSU_admissions. That is our tag for Instagram, Twitter, for our Facebook. Just type in Fayetteville State Admissions, and you can directly message me if you guys have questions. Of course, drop them into the Q&A during this time. Or if you have something that you may think about tomorrow morning, feel free to message me at any time with your questions. And of course, if you want to know more about being a Bronco and proud to be. I do thank you guys for coming out today to learn more about Fayetteville State, and we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to Ms. Bradford.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. So I hope you all were able to learn additional information about our respective institutions. So we're going to take this time to turn it over to our wonderful panelists to discuss their experience during their time during their time at their respective HBCUs. So Brittany, Ms. Parramore, can you go ahead and let us know, what was your experience like at your HBCU?
So I'm a little partial. My HBCU is Johnson C. Smith University. I am a proud alum of Johnson C. Smith class of 2013. While I was there, I was a psychology major. I am from, you may know this person, he's a little basketball player by the name of LeBron James, but I am from the hometown of LeBron James, Akron, Ohio. So when I went to Johnson C. Smith, I knew I wanted to go to a school that I wouldn't be just a number. I didn't want to go to a larger school. Being from Ohio, we have Ohio State, Ohio University. Ohio University is ranked in the country as the party school in the country. So when everyone's like, well, where are you going to go to school? And all my classmates were going to these schools, I knew I wanted to go to a HBCU. And so when I went on campus for my tour, April of 2009, April of 2009, I went on my tour and I fell in love. I paid my deposit and I was a Smithite that fall. So for me, it was really finding a school that my professors knew me. They understood me. They was giving me gas money. They was making sure I was in class. They was calling me and telling me they would threaten to call my mama and them if I wasn't in class. Like, I had those kind of professors that made me want to not only continue my own education, but also work in higher education to be able to give back to those students. So it's kind of eerie sometimes when I'm on the other side and I have my professors now calling me their colleague, but that's one of the advances that you get at being at not only at HBCU, but a smaller HBCU. I think I'm the only one here that's a private HBCU that represents. So everyone else is a part of the UN system, the NC system, and they're private or public institutions, meaning that we are Johnson C. Smith University. We're a private institution. So there are some things that we are able to do that some public institutions aren't able to do because of different requirements that they have to hold. So that's just my little rant about JCSU. I'll pass it on.
All righty, Casey, would you like to share your experience at Fayetteville?
Of course. So like I was saying, I did graduate from Fayetteville State. I'm a little bit younger. I graduated in 2018, so, you know, I'm a little bit fresh out, but I'm actually from Fayetteville. My high school is directly down the street. So my experience outside looking in before I became a student was much different than my experience after. So one of the biggest things I looked for was involvement opportunities. I loved being involved in high school and I want to continue that in college. I wanted to make sure people knew who I was. I wanted to make sure people knew my face and also my name. So the opportunity to get involved for those positions, I was able to be our event host, so that was the highlight of my 4 years. So just being able to meet people, network is one of the biggest things I stress. Network, network, network. It's not what you know, but who you know, and also who knows you. So it's crazy that my high school recruiter is now my supervisor. So that was just a crazy experience. He's like my office dad. It's a very funny joke that they like to say. So being able to connect with my faculty and staff, my fellow students, students from in-state, out-of-state, and international, that was something that I looked forward to. I love diversity as a whole. I just wanted to learn from others. So I wanted to make sure I was going to a school that had that encompassed in all of it. And then price was a big thing for me. I was a first generation student, and I don't have, about $50,000, $60,000 saved up for college. So price was one of the biggest factors for me. And the scholarship I was able to get, thank you Jesus for Fayetteville, actually covered all of my 4 years. Our tuition is one of the most affordable, so $16,000 per year. That's before financial aid, of course, but I was able to get that covered. So I didn't have to, get that call from Sally Mae like my friends did. I don't know who Sally Mae is, so I'm really, really appreciative of that. But that was one of the biggest things. I was making sure I wasn't breaking my pockets before I even had pockets. And I wanted to make sure I enjoyed my 4 years, because you're only in class for like 2 hours out of the day anyway. Everybody knows that. What else are you guys going to do? So being able to be involved on campus, being able to go to the events, that was one of the biggest things for me.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Ms. Mallette, would you like to share your experience?
Most definitely. So my story is quite different from probably everyone on this panel. I was a non-traditional student. So I actually started at Elizabeth City State University. I was 17, was not quite ready for school, but I was trying to go to the furthest place from Winston-Salem because I'm born and raised from Winston-Salem. Ended up coming back, going to Forsyth Tech Community College. Ended up transferring to Winston-Salem State into their distance learning program. So working a full-time job and also having the opportunity to attend WSSU as a non-traditional student. Even though I'm from here, once you get on campus, it's still a very home-like feeling. Again, having that intimate interaction with my professors and learning more about not only my city's history, just the historic or the history of the institution and the city itself and the involvement that it had brings a lot of pride to my heart. Also, I'm receiving my master's program from North Carolina A&T. All of my family members are Aggies, so I'm not biased by any means, but I will say for me, Winston-Salem State was able to nurture me and allow me to, in a sense, recreate myself, because starting school at 17, you just really don't know what to expect, and it can be a lot at once. And just having that small light feel at the institution, it just gave me an opportunity to network, like they said, which ended up giving me a position as admission recruiter as soon as I graduated in 2015. So just the love and pride that we have at HBCUs is, you just don't find that anywhere or everywhere, excuse me. So I would highly recommend that if HBCUs, no matter where you go, look into the history of the city, of the institution, and make the right decision for you, not for your family, not for your friends, but make sure you make the right decision for you. And again, just to piggyback on Ms. Jones with the networking, network so you can't network anymore. It will open up so many doors and opportunities for you while you're in school and also even afterwards. So thank you all again and I did not introduce myself. So I am Shanetta Millette, and I am an admissions counselor as well as a coordinator for transfers and dual admissions. So if you have any questions in that regard, please feel free to ask. Thank you all again.
All righty, and I guess I'm the last one, huh? And I'm a little bit unique myself, as I am not an alumna of A&T, but I am still a proud HBCU grad. I attended the only HBCU, which is in St. Louis, Missouri, Harrisdale State University. It's a great day to be a Hornet, is what we used to say around the halls. But yes, it's nothing like an HBCU experience, you all. Seeing CFOs, CEOs, VPs that are of color makes you believe that you're able, or let me just say individuals of high rank, because you may not want to be like a CFO or anything. Just seeing individuals of color or individuals who believe in you hold that rank will literally push you, motivate you to be the best version of yourself, because it can be done, you guys. You can do it. So at an HBCU, it's so wonderful because you see this on a regular basis. Like, it's put in your face. So it makes you believe, and it makes you go into that classroom with, like, let me handle my business so I can be like Dr. Such and Such. Let me handle my business so I can be just like my mentor. And at an HBCU, you will have multiple mentors. I had a mentor that got on my everlasting nerve, like, hey, Nakia, when you're going to do an internship, hey, Nakia, what is your grades like? Hey, we will have a mentor like that. You will have a mentor that you're able to just maybe cry on, like a shoulder to cry on. Like, I know, like myself, like Miss Jones, I am also a first generation student. So we didn't necessarily, didn't necessarily can go to our parents for certain advice, or maybe our parents didn't necessarily understand what we were going through because they never been to college. So you will have different sets of mentors going to an HBCU, and they will definitely believe in you. So they won't just treat you, as mentioned earlier, like a number, hurry up and graduate to make us look good. It's a fact of, I believe in this student. I see the potential. I see what they're doing here on a regular basis, and I want to see them succeed, and I want to see them become that new CFO or that new VP. So it's definitely that different type of love when you attend an HBCU. I also would like to add, just the culture in general is different. So I remember going to class one day, I can be hearing Michael Jackson walk into class. Another day, I might hear 21 Savage walk into class. So it just puts you in a different vibe, and you're around your own culture, your own kind, which allows you to be free. It allows you to have that clear mental space, and you're around individuals who may understand the path that you're coming from and will get on. So that will be my 2 cents. I will also like to say I was the pitcher and shortstop for Harris Stowe. So guys, take advantage of these athletic opportunities. Scholarships are real, and it goes hand in hand. If you were like me, Pell eligible, I was getting full Pell grant in addition to that scholarship. So take advantage. Make sure that you're submitting your FAFSA in on a timely manner, because it's dispersed on first come, first basis and need. So you want to make sure you're getting your FAFSA in on time, and take advantage of all of the wonderful scholarships that we expanded upon today. So that will be my 2-piece upon attending an HBCU. And I'm going to open up the floor for any questions. Please drop them in the Q&A down below so that we can go ahead and assist you all.
I know I'm trying to answer a few questions, so I answered, so maybe we can pick up just off of that. I believe the question is, do we all accept dual credits? I know for Johnson C. Smith, we do accept dual credits. I did kind of speak for everyone to say that we all accepted them, because I just assumed we all did accept dual credits. So if you are dually enrolled, meaning that you are in high school and you're also taking college level courses somewhere else, those credits can transfer. Now, I'm not a credit evaluator. I don't know about the other counselors that are on this call. They may actually evaluate credits. I'll have to introduce you to the nice, lovely people in the registrar's office, and then they'll tell you what credits will actually transfer and which ones will not. But I can at least let you know that we do accept those credits. What separates our HBCUs from others? Girl, we could be here all day talking about the differences and what are with different HBCUs. I think ultimately the biggest thing that I think we all can say, and I can say this unapologetically, is I always bet on Black. So you have your whole life to be a minority. Give yourself the grace to allow yourself to go to a school where 4 years where everyone loves on you the same way. You don't have to worry about whether or not you'll be accepted. You don't have to worry about whether or not they'll have hate signs outside your dorm waiting for you. You don't have to worry about those kind of certain things, especially in this kind of social climate with everything going on. It's just some things I was happy I didn't have to worry about, and I didn't have to worry about that at my HBCU. When we talk about the moms and dads across campus, we're not just saying it because y'all all here. Literally, those are all across every campus. You have those little pockets of people who really do pour into you and mentor and really try to push you. Now, if you don't want to get pushed, HBCU might not be for you, because they are going to push you. We have to work 10 times harder to be just as good as everybody else. So they instill that in you and make sure that you understand that even though everybody else may be counting against you, you have this HBCU is pushing you, and this HBCU loves you, and this HBCU will care for you. And that's just not at my institution. I can say that firmly about all HBCUs. We all care about our students. Anybody else want to go into about what separates us from everybody else?
Well, that love, first and foremost, this HBCU love we have, even before this event when we were on our call together, those little things do make a difference. We understand that it's only 107 HBCUs in the entire nation. So that ratio alone makes us stand out for how resilient we are. And I always say, if you go to an HBCU, you're gonna make a way, because they teach you that. If something doesn't work, you can find another way around. I promise you're going to make a way. And one of the biggest things I always stress, because we are a very diverse HBCU, so of course we're open to all races, all genders. Demographics do not discount you from any HBCUs. And especially in this social climate, we love each other. We understand that each day is different, but we're going to keep it pushing because we're going to make a way. So that HBCU love is different. It's very competitive within HBCUs, but nobody can talk about us other HBCUs.
Because
So
we fight when they talk about other HBCUs. We don't allow that. That's like talking about your cousins and them. Now, you can talk about your cousin, but can't nobody else come to your house to talk about your cousin, because that's when you start moving furniture. Yeah.
That part. Mm-hmm.
So it's the last 5 minutes.
I wanted to get this question out in the air because I think this is a great question just for those babies who are ready to apply and eager right now. So can someone answer the question, can you apply for a scholarship even if you're not a senior?
I know for Johnson C. Smith, we do have merit-based scholarships. Those scholarships start at a 2.8 cumulative weighted GPA. We do not award those scholarships until you are a graduating senior, because we need your final transcript, and everyone on this call can say a lot can happen from the time that we appoint you a scholarship to the time that you actually go to school, because we do take our money back. I do tell this when I do tours, the root word of scholarship is scholar. So if you haven't been a scholar, how you expect to get a scholarship? You see, it doesn't work like that. So you have to hold up your end of the bargain so that I can give you my end of the bargain. So you do have to be a graduating senior at Johnson C. Smith in order for you to receive any merit-based scholarships.
Same here, I'll second on that. And you do not have to apply for ours. It is merit-based, so we will look at your GPA as well as your test scores. And our merit-based begins at least a 3.2, a 10-10 on the SAT, and at least a 22 on the ACT. So all you need to do is submit your documents.
Yes, for our merit-based scholarships, they are for seniors. So you will be starting when you do your application. Our application is always open August 1st of your senior year. So we screen you through that. Of course, we waive the test score requirement for the 2021 year, but we go based off of how competitive each class is. I know class of 2020, their average was a 3.2. Class of 2021, your average might be a 3.8. It may be lower, it may be higher. So we go based off of that year. And of course, that personal statement, that will make a difference with a lot of scholarships. I know some of the external scholarships that we have been accepted for, when it comes to maybe the Robert H. Short Scholarship, which is what I was on, just make sure you read the requirements. Some are for underclassmen. You may be able to start your junior year, but almost all of those will be those external scholarships outside of the institution.
Right, I'm gonna say it quickly. So here at A&T, we have an early action deadline of October 15th. So in order for you to apply for our scholarships, we must have an application on file by October 15th. Our Premier scholarships will begin at a weighted GPA of 3.5. None of our Premier scholarships will require a standardized test score. So they will either require a nomination form or letters of recommendation. And it's starting at a weighted GPA again of 3.5. And we're encouraging seniors to apply for these scholarships. All righty, so thank you guys so much for coming out today to learn.
The last slide up with our contact information.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. All righty, and you guys are still able to see it, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So guys, thank you so much for showing up today to hear about our wonderful HBCUs. We are here to assist you. So this is our contact information. So please, please, please feel free to reach out so that we can assist you. We are definitely here to help you all. So thank you so much for your time.
We can't see your contact slide. If you can share that screen for the students to see real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. So yes, and this is our contact information, and please feel free to reach out should you guys need anything. Understand we are here to help you all.
So I'm going to not share my last slide, which was just a thank you slide for the students, but thank you so much, presenters. As I give you some outgoing housekeeping items, feel free to take a picture of that contact slide so that you have it for future reference, or go ahead and jot that down. And again, the session is being recorded, so the session will be posted to the CACRAO.org website within about a week. When you close out of this window here just momentarily, you will be prompted to complete a quick survey so that we can collect some feedback from you all as to how to further improve these programs moving forward. Presenters, again, thank you so much for your time. It was a very engaging session. Even I learned lots of information about all of your institutions. Students, thank you again as well. And everyone, have a great afternoon.